welcome back to a new Amazing Digital Circus doll. So the final episode finally dropped, even though I went to the theaters to go see it when it dropped. So I don't feel too stressed about spoiling anyone with the character I'll be doing today. And that will be Abstracted Jack, or technically Abstracting Jack. So let's dive right into it. So for this custom, I'll be using a Ever After High doll for the first time. So for this doll, I kinda had a small issue. Ragata looked really good and human-like, while after doing Pomni, I realized I made her really cartoony, so I tried to find a way to make Jack just in between, so he would just tie it all together really nicely. For that, my first idea that I wanted to try was to make a hoodie. I thought it would help make it more human-like by making it a suit. So I got my sewing machine out and started to sew everything together. But you will see in the final result that I ditched the hood. Unfortunately, I don't know what it was. I think it was maybe he looked a little bit too girlish, or I'm just really bad at making hood in general. But I scrapped the idea along the way, but still kept the top. I also worked on the overalls, but I didn't take as much footage for it. But one thing I did get perfect was the hair color that I ordered online. So remember when I just said I was gonna make Jack more human? Well, that was one of the changes I wanted to do. Jack doesn't have hair, but real Jack does. So I will be basing my hairstyle off of his IRL hairstyle. But I won't be doing that right now. I will just cover it all up and start with the face paint. This is not something I'll be able to work on after the hair, so it gets priority. Okay, so the way I imagined my humanized form was really weird, so first thing I will do is remove the nose. To keep my cartoonish vibe in, I thought that the shape of the head was really important. Reason why I took the Ever After High doll for this project. Second decision that I will change in the design is that I decided to keep the skin tone color instead of painting him purple. I do at the end of the video, in between take, go over the skin with purple blushing to add just a little bit more color, but for now, you'll have to deal with that. Okay, now let's really get into painting. I wanted half normal Jack face and half abstracted, so I make him with a big smile, a normalish eye shape, keeping the design close for the vibes, and a big arch eyebrow. On the other side of the face, I painted it all black for the abstraction. His teeth and eye are yellow, so for the color to really pop, I do a quick white base, and same thing for the abstracted eyes. I also decided to start with them for the painting job. This was really fun to create because I did have to look on how the eyes were portrayed in the series and find a design that I like, but also choose the neonest, is that even a word? Well, anyway, the neonest color I had, so technically just the brightest one I own. Now, for the one that have been following me for long enough, I know you'll be seeing it in your head, and yeah, I do own some glow-in-the-dark paint, but it's too old and too tacky for this project, though it would have been really nice. Finishing the face with the last black details, he now just needs his teeth line up and his iris. Back to the hair, I am not a hairstylist, so I'll be doing my best to make it look like a guy's haircut, though we kind of know the lore behind him and everything, but anyway. In real life, he is portrayed with emo long hair vibes, so I'll see if I'll be chopping it more or if I'm able to make it work. I did end up removing some texture off camera, but the shape still stayed the same. Okay, so I'm jumping a lot here, but we can finally start on assembling stuff. So I'll be dressing him up. Okay, so one thing I didn't know how to make and I think will be practical for you to know is the strap of the overall. So I decided to take the fabric and add a lot of fray check to it. That way the fabric would stick to itself. Once dry, I can cut some small strips and that way I don't have to stress about fraying, so that's pretty neat. At the same time, I decided to tuck his ears that I did earlier, and while we're here, I can glue them in place. There is still some little detail missing. First one are the shoes. Again, another character barefoot, so I'll just give him some plain normal purple running shoes. And he is also a character that wears gloves, so I painted his hands yellow. And with that, I'm pretty satisfied, so let's go to the final shots.